Hello again, my name is Stefan, and for the next game, firstly, I would like to say thanks to one of my subscribers. His name is Michael. Hope that I have spelled this name correctly. I have asked him to. Choose an element from Dunwich Horror expansion to use in this next game, and he chose the Injury and Madness cards. Also, I have asked him to choose the great old one for this game, and this will be Hastur. As he mentioned, that will be quite an interesting combination, because to seal a gate using the Hastur, you need 8 clue tokens instead of 5. And Madness and Injury cards can help you keep the clue tokens and other items. And the most interesting thing, I have played against Hastur 2 times, and both times I have lost. So this will be quite an interesting challenge. As also an element for this game, I will be using only components from the base game, with the exception of course of Injury and Madness card, and also I will use one investigator from the Dunwich Horror expansion. I will use one from the base game, one of these 12 that I haven't used in my gameplays in English, and one from the Dunwich Horror expansion. One of these 4. Firstly, I will choose the investigator from Arkham Horror. He will receive the first player marker in the first turn. After that, I will choose the second investigator from the Dunwich Horror expansion. So, let us choose the investigator from base game. Let them put all in bag and draw one absolutely randomly. Okay, we have partner. Let us shuffle. Camera shakes a little bit more than usually. Okay, now let's draw. And we have one of my beloved characters, Jenny Barnes, because he permanently earns money. And she starts in train at the train station. Also, because we are playing using the rules from corrections from the Dunwich Horror expansion, it says Jenny starts with 2 common items. I have read in Dunwich Horror fuck section that she would start with 2 common items instead of 1, but she starts with them anyway. Okay, now let us choose the investigator from Dunwich Horror. One, two, three, four. And this is Jim Culver. Okay. Mark Wilson Jim. Jim starts at Velma's dinner. Velma's dinner. It is here. Firstly, I was thinking of selecting personal investigators, and after then that I have thought that it wouldn't be so interesting. So I have chosen them randomly. Now let's go back to the Hastur and read details for him. As I have mentioned before, it needs, when Hastur is in play, you need 8 clue tokens to seal the gate, not 5 as usually. As you can see, there is an X here. This X have fooled me in my previous both games with Hastur, because the X is set to the current terror level, and in both cases the terror level was 10, and it is quite impossible to beat the Ancient One with the -10 modifier. Also, he has physical resistance. Let us see attack, because we would try to win via sealing the gates. Each investigator must pass a luck +1 check or lose 2 sanity. This check modifier decreases by 1 each turn. Standard check. And standard penalty, 2 sanity. Now let us see the other effect during the game, regardless of King in Yellow. Worshippers. Hastur worshippers ride Byaki mounts, so that they call with enchanted whistles. Cultists are flying monsters and their combat rating is -2. Okay. Cultists are still not so tough with Hastur. A little break. Now I have set it. The starting stamina and sanity for both investigators, also their fixed possession. One little exception. For Jim Culliver, he starts with $3, okay, 3 clue tokens, okay, and 1 unique item, Golden Trumpet. Because Golden Trumpet is an unique item from Dunwich Horror expansion, I will select 1 random unique item for Jim. But let's start with Jenny. 2 common items. Okay, let's have a look. And those are one of the worst items. Whiskey and Dark Cloak. Jenny, you're quite lucky. Now 1 unique item. Okay, that's Ruby of Leach. Good, but not so good. So she will have 3 + 3. Great. 6 movement points. With 6 movement points you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 anywhere in the map in 1 turn. That's fabulous. So it's quite a good combination. And 1 spell, 1 skill. 1 spell, Flash Ward, ignore stamina losses, great, and 1 skill, +1 sneak. It looks like Jenny will run out from old monsters. And now for Jim Culver. As I said, one random unique item instead of Golden Trumpet. That's Powder of Ibn Ghazi. Okay. 1 time weapon. Let's go further. 2 spells. Bind monster and enchant weapon. Let us make him in this case the spellcaster, and Jenny Barnes, let us be the lucky one. I usually select one for one investigator highest lore value, and for other highest luck value. In this case both have 4 lore and 5 luck maximum. 4 lore and 5 luck. But because Jim starts with more spells, I will put it for him. Also, 1 common item, 1 skill. 1 common item, motorcycle, great. He also will have a speed of 6 and 1 skill. Quite a good idea to make him the spellcaster, because he got expert occultist. And now let's resolve the starting mythos card. The gate opens at which house? Okay, Hastur gets his first doom token. Now, which house? It's a gate to another dimension. Clue will go to the Black Cave. Clue will go to the Black Cave. Merchant's District will be closed. Put a close sign to it. That means no investigator will go in or out of Merchant District streets. Okay. And we'll move pluses and moons. Let us see which monster will we draw from the cup. It's Dark Young. It's hexagon, and because he's yellow, it's a stationary monster. We will need some spells against him because he has physical resistance. And because it's a headline, it will be in play until the end of the next turn. And that's all for setup of the game.